Trying to understand many roles, titles, and designations around the UX design domain can often be as appalling as you can imagine. In this video, I'll break this down to the most simple form possible and give you an effective and grounded meaning of the responsibilities associated with these roles. Irrespective of whether you are a beginner or even an experienced design leader, you will hopefully find this video helpful to choose a role for yourself or think of roles for your team. Welcome everyone to this video. My name is Hemant. Let's quickly jump in. To start with, let's make one thing clear in our minds. We'll focus more on the skills and responsibilities for each kind of role instead of what a role is called. Two simple reasons for this. A role is often just a title and is used interchangeably in different companies based on different parameters, namely company size, project timelines, etc. Second reason, some of the responsibilities we'll discuss in this video are carried out by more than one role. Sometimes this makes it hard to draw a rigid conclusion on which role should take up what responsibilities. Now, because all these responsibilities may be a little too much to grasp in a single go, I recommend you to watch my other video I've linked below on what is UX design. So you are first clear on that process, then you start looking at what roles exist as part of that process in this video. Let's now explore the roles associated with these responsibilities. Here's a long list of roles that you often hear or notice around UX design. User researcher, information architect, interaction designer, visual designer, UI designer, UX copywriter, usability tester, customer experience designer, full stack designer, service designer, product designer, and the list goes on as companies invent juicier titles to attract talent or define the responsibilities clearly to avoid ambiguity. Let's explore this simple exercise of mapping these roles with the responsibilities. Let's start with titles that are specific to responsibilities. Requirement gathering, such as research and analysis, is often expected to be carried out by user researcher, usability tester, information architect, interaction designer. Ideation and creation is often expected from interaction designer, visual or UI designer, UX writer. Testing and evaluation is expected from usability tester, user researcher. Now, let's move on to a few other roles that are more generic in nature. UX or user experience designer, CX or customer experience designer, full stack designer, service designer, and product designer. If you notice, these 4 to 5 titles are used to describe someone who can handle all the responsibilities, mostly suited for seasoned designers and based on the kind of product, service, business, or company. When you start out in your career around UX design, I would always recommend you to put your hands into all of these responsibilities, even if briefly possible, so you get a flavor of the spectrum of work associated with UX design. 2 reasons for the same. 1, to learn each piece of responsibility. 2, to help you understand what kind of responsibility you're best suited for and will best enjoy taking it up in the long run. Sometimes, even though a role or title may look desirable, you as an individual may not enjoy doing it day in and day out. So spend a few years learning and familiarizing all the subdomains, then narrow down meaningfully. A couple of more things to note that influence this mapping is the company size and nature. Larger, well-established companies who can afford to hire separate talent for each of these responsibilities will do so, resulting in each of these roles defined extremely well in detail on what exact responsibilities are carried out. On the other hand, smaller companies and startups may not be able to afford to hire individual roles around UX design. They often prefer to call a role full stack designer, product designer, or maybe even just a UX designer. It helps the companies get someone who is ready to take up all the responsibilities, and this is also helpful to individuals who are in the earlier stages of their career, so they can get experience around all the aspects. When you represent yourself in your portfolio or resume, do not fixate on a terminology for yourself. In the name of glorifying a term, you may indirectly let a company assume your responsibilities to be limited. You want to stress more on the responsibilities you are assigned with and can carry out rather than what you're currently called. So the definitions or titles I've stated in this video are not cast in stone. That's the whole point. These definitions in many companies are fluid. So focus on the responsibilities to carry out UX design work, not role titles. Alright, hopefully with this video I have managed to clear any confusions you might have had about the roles and responsibilities around the UX design domain. The most useless thing one can ever do is to get into a debate with anyone on what's the right definition of various roles. Don't try it at home or at work. It'll get nowhere. Do follow me on social media and send in your suggestions. I'll be happy to make more videos around this topic. Hit the like button if you found this video helpful. Share it with others if you think they'll benefit. Don't forget to let me know what your experiences are in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, stay creative, and see you in the next one.